welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we are going to be doing our Lamborghini Miura build. So we are finally going to be completing and doing stage 100 of Build the Lamborghini Miura, and what a journey it's been. 2 years ago I started this build and it's had its ups and downs, I can tell you that, like any build you get, but this thing should look really nice at the end. Now, typical partwork style, typical Miura really, they've left everything for the last stage. There is an absolute load to do, I'm not going to deny that. And if you actually look at the car and you think, really in one issue, yeah, we've got it all to do in one issue, and hopefully, fingers crossed and touch wood, we have no problems. But we've got everything from the front to put on, we've got wires to do, we've got stickers to put on, we've got windscreens to put in. Oh, I just wish they hadn't left it to the last issue to do all this, but it is what it is at the end of the day. So hopefully we'll get started today. Now what I might do is I might try and break this up into sections. It'll come as one recording, but get one section done and then I might have a break and then do another section. So I'm not doing it all at once, and yeah, it's stressing me out because when it comes to stickers and stuff, you all guys know that's just not my forte at all. But this will be nice to finish it. Now at the end I'll do a montage obviously of the car once it's finished, and we do get to test the electrics as well. I have no idea how long this video is going to be perfectly honest with you right now. I haven't even started the build of this stage, but we'll just have to see how it goes. Anyway, let's get finishing this Miura. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay guys, so stage 100, we are attaching the front body, the side skirts, the number plate, and adding details. We have got a ton to do. So I'm going to bring the car across. Here we go. Now I've got the side camera at the moment. Now it's just wanting us to do a couple of things because we're going to be attaching the front of the car. And the first thing it wants us to do, it just wants us to put some tape on, so things don't fall all over the place. So that's fairly easy to do, because we are going to have to move this upside down and all over the place, and yeah. Okay, so I'm just putting some tape on the places it's asking me to. Okay, last little bit just on this door here. Oh no, that was wrong. Right, I'll just get some more. I actually should be putting it just on this bit here. Oh, never mind. Okay, so there we go, that's some tape on. Nice and easy job. Okay, so if I just move that up for a second, something's come off this, I don't know, but it'll be fine. Oh, I know what that is. We need to bring our nose assembly across. Now if I just lift it up here, we've got some little hinges here. Now it wants us to pull these hinges up. Okay, right, so with them up, we need to make sure the wires come out of the front here. So I'm going to put a little bit of tape on them as well, just so that I can keep them together. Now, preparation I think is key in these sometimes. And just doing this little extra just will ensure that hopefully things go a bit smoother. Okay, so that's on. So with them up, what we need to do is we need to put this on to the car. So making sure them hinges are down, we need to get over the radiator. Right, so that looks pretty good. I'm pretty much happy with that. Obviously, you know, it's got a few places, but I'm not actually going to see it until we get underneath it. Now, one of them wheel caps have come off, so I'll just shove that back on. Just feel like something's catching on that side, so what can that be? Right, I think that is going to be these pipes here that we've absolutely done nothing with. So let me just, oh, that's come off again. Let me just try again with this. So wires to the front. That's a better fit. Okay, so that's the front in place. Now what it's asking us to do, it wants us to put some more tape just across this side here and this side here. Now I believe that's going to hold this front in place. Well, I'm hoping it holds the front in place, because then we do have to make sure it's, we're going to put it upside down. Now I just want to check before we do that. Now you see one of them hinges had actually come down. So glad I just checked that beforehand. Right, so I'm going to put my bit of tape there. Move this around. Again, it's why them pipes that they've told us never, you know, just to have them dangling. Okay, so I'm just going to put some tape on this side. Okay, so that is the front taped on. Might just put a little bit of tape just there, just for some extra support. Don't think it's going to do any harm. Okay, right, so now we need to flip this upside down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the Partwork Upgrades cushion across. So I'm just going to move that out of the way. Get my Partwork Upgrades cushion. I'm going to be careful because I don't want to knock anything. Okay, so that's in place. And then we can bring the car back across and turn it upside down. Now this is the area I want to be concentrating on, because these are where the hinges are going to go. So if we just push them down line onto there, perfect. And then we need to screw them in with some V screws. Now these are metal screws. So I'm going to get my 3-in-1 oil. I should have everything out prepared for this stage. Okay, so so that's grabbed nicely. I'm just going to keep that one in just slightly there, just while I get the other one started, and then we'll get this screwed in. Okay, this is the other one. So let's get these down now. And these are fairly long screws, so it's going to be quite a few turns with the screwdriver. So here we go with the last one. Well, I'm just going to have to bring this closer to me just so I can get a bit more strength to it. Okay, so that is in place. So as you can see, them two hinges are in place, just as it's asked us to do. Right, so the next part is we need to attach the electrics. Joy of joy. Okay, so here are the electrics. Now I'm just going to try and feed these through. So if I just get my tweezers, I can sort of see where they are. Just down here. Okay, so that was something I was a bit unsure if it would happen, but it's happened. Is that it's it did say for them to come out the front, but they're a little bit trapped. Now, I'm just wondering how I can solve that. The only way really is to back this hinge off. You see, this is where they just don't explain it in the instructions. So there we go. Bring this one through now. There we go. So that's one of the wires. I'll put that screw in and I'm going to have to do the same again on the other side. So line it up and screw it back down. Okay, I'll do the same with this one. At least now we know where the wires are. Okay, so I'm just going to try and grab the wire from in here. I can kind of see it, but this one seems to be not in the best of places. I don't know how that's happened. So it seems to have caught on something. Right. The wire that I'm grabbing is definitely the one for there, but the problem is it's caught somewhere. Right, so I'm just going to have to backtrack myself here. Just take off this hinge, which I don't really want to do, but I don't want to have this wire caught. Right, I've got it. I've got it. Right, we can put them screws back in. Oh, great, something else that just popped out, but that should be a nice easy fix. Okay, so get this one in. Okay, so they're in. Just going to put that back on. It's just popped out, that's all. Okay. No, not okay. It's not gone in properly. Come on. Nearly there. Okay, right, so now I have the wires coming out of here. It wants us to thread the wires underneath the wishbone. So underneath there, like so. Right, so I'm going to do the same with the other side. So underneath there, grab hold of that. Okay. Then he wants us to pass the wire underneath this pipe. just like that. So we need to do the same on the other side. Not easy when this pipe is in place. Would have been a lot easier if they'd have told us to do that. Yeah. Okay, so them two wires are passed through. They're exactly how they want it in the magazine. Right, so it says plug the left hand side LED left headlight into connector 9, which I can see. So I'm just going to grab my other tweezers. So into plug 9. Okay, so that's into plug 9. And then we need to, we've done the same on the other side, and it's asking us to put this into plug 10. Okay, so that is into plug 10. So I want to tidy up these wires now, if I can, just a little bit. Okay. Right. Okay, so that is now done. Right, so the next thing we need to do, if I just bring the car now a little bit further over this way, we have got the battery box and the underlid to sort out. So here we go. We need to guide this wire under the crossbar like so, and then we need to plug it in to terminal 5. Right. So terminal 5 should be the last terminal on here. So that is now in place. So I'm just trying to tuck them wires in best I can. Okay, so that's now in place. Then it says position the rear, the bottom floor panel by fitting the wider end into the place towards the rear of the model. So in other words, it's just going to tuck, just bring this down, it's going to tuck under this metal plate here. So it's just going to go in like so. Okay. Then we need to screw that down with 2 type K screws. Now these are, they've got like their own thread on it, so they're going into plastic. So no need for 3-in-1 oil. So that's 1 in there. And then 1 into there. Right, I'm just going to take that tape off the back there. Oh, you can't see that, but yeah, there's a bit of tape on there. Right, so them 2 screws are in. Now moving down the car, we've got 2 points here that we need to screw in, and they're going to be done with 2B screws. So that is not a problem. So that one's gone in nice and easy. And so has this one. That is brilliant. Okay. And then lastly, if I move the car up, just here, we've got 2 more screw holes, and that one's 2 type A screws. Now, them screws are metal screws, so we do need some 3-in-1 oil. Okay, so that's one in there. So that whole underside of the car now has been hidden. Okay, so that is that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we need to fit in the side skirts. Now, I need to move the car over for that one, so I'm just going to pause recording while I turn the car over, get the best camera view I can of putting in the side skirts. So back in a sec.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, so next we're going to put on the skirting. Now we have got some points we need to note on here, and now this is just going to go in. Try and get this door open. More or less going to fit in just into here. It'll be a little difficult to see, but hopefully not too bad. Hoping this goes on nice and smoothly. I don't have to turn the car upside down. I may have to prop it up, so let's see if I've got something I could just prop it up with. Something that's not going to cause a problem, obviously. No, because try a bottle of glue. Oh no, because that's going to go right. So I'm just going to have to try and hold it here. So if we open this door, we'll try and get this skirting in. Now, I think the problem is going to be that we have the door in the way. Right, just move it down a bit more. I think I've got that bit in. I think I've got one side in, but not the other. Okay. Easier said than done. Right, so if I just bring it across like this, I can try and have a better look at what's going on now. One side is in, I think. I'm not too sure about the other. It's almost there. Just needs a bit of fettling to get in. Yeah, I think one side's definitely in. It's just this side isn't the easiest to get these tabs in, so I am wondering whether this might be better upside down. So let's see. I didn't really want to move it upside down, but if needs be, needs be. Right, so let's try it upside down. So it wants to go in one side, but it doesn't want to go in the other. So I'm going to try and just move it around for a second and see if I can line up the pegs on the underside. Try and get this in. Front of this wants to go in perfectly, but the rest of it does not. Just move the car around towards me and try again. That sounds quite positive. Whether it's in is a different matter. Almost there. I think that is all flush and in. Oh, maybe not. Oh, no, I think it was. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll do the other side and we'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, so got them side skirts on now. Now, I've just had to move the car around a little bit now as we hopefully get to the end. The next thing we need to do is we've got this sort of little sticker here, and we need to put this on. Again, not a fan of stickers, but gonna have to get used to it. Now I'm on like maybe the second day of recording this now because it's taking its time to record. Just trying to get the backing paper off this. So I have managed to do a few bits just offline just to make this video a bit easier. Taking the backing off stickers, again, not the easiest thing to do. Okay, so here it is, and this is just going to go in just down onto there, just like that. So I've got a bit of detail there. In fact, that doesn't look straight to me. Oh, don't tell me I'm going to start getting OCD about stickers. We'll be here all day. That's better. Okay, so that now looks straight. Right, so next thing we need to do is we need to get these two pieces of the number plate. And here we have the front number plate there. Now with these prongs at the top, I'm going to put this in. And then, I'm going to have to move a couple of bits out of the way, so I'll just move the camera back. We need to put this underneath the car. So it's going to go at the front. Okay, so if I just lift the car up, there we have the front number plate on. Brilliant. Okay, so that's another job done. Right, so the next thing to do, if I just bring the car around, as you can see here, we've got a template. Now this just comes on with it, and this is a template we're going to be using to put in some logos and script on here. Okay, so all I've done is take this off the backing paper, place this on, took a couple of attempts, and then what it does ask in the instructions is to put the adhesive sticky bits on here first. I decided, yeah, not to do that. I'm actually going to put it on the emblems first, and then put them on the car. So the question is, it's just taking the backing off, hopefully, and then they'll fit. So hopefully this will work. The problem is when you take the backings off, if it takes the sticky bit with it, that's what you don't want to happen. And then when you're dealing with something at the moment so small, it's really hard to see if that has been taken. Now the bit I'm working on right now, which is the emblem or the logo, it actually tells you to put this onto this first of all anyway, so you'd hope taking this off would work. And the good news is it has. Okay, so just going to move down the instructions. I don't want to get my oily fingers on that one, just to see how this is going to go. So this is going to go on. Come on, don't stick on it. I'm going to try and use a wax pencil. I'll try, but okay, so if we can just get it kind of near, that's pretty much it was where they want it. So I'm going to try and push that in, but it don't want to go in. But yeah, it wants to stick to my mat. So come on. Okay, so that's in place. Right, so you're going to have to be careful not to knock them off. We've got the script to go underneath it, the Benetton part. So again, that is on here. So try and take the backing off. I'll need the sticky on. Okay. So that is in place. We can now remove this template carefully off, and that is in place. Oh, okay. Right, so the next thing I've actually had to do, and it was to put the shims. Now, this might be pretty hard to see. It's getting to open these doors now, which is not always easy, because now try and get in here. So I put the shimmers on because when it told us in the instructions that one was moved slightly, it's just, I'm trying to get a bit closer here, just got some like little yellow dots that it's asked us to put on there, but the adhesive, the sticky back for them was an absolute nightmare and just kept on coming off. So I've had to do them as I was peeling them so I didn't lose the stickiness. So sorry I've had to do that offline, but they are on, and that is on for both sides of the vehicle. Right, so shut the door on that one. Next we're going to install the windscreen. So here we have the car. Just try and get a good view. Okay, so we've got some holes all around here that's asking us to note, and what it wants us to do, it's asking us to put some tape like we did previously on the window onto the inside here. So obviously with me with stickers, I've already done that, but if I just move the car out of the way, we can take the backing off. Obviously these were numbered, so you put it onto the corresponding part, but I think I'm getting a bit better with stickers. I'm learning. I'm not perfect, but I'm learning. So I'm getting there. It's just I've never been great with them and just prefer to take my time. That's another one off. Okay, so that is all the stickiness from the windscreen off. Now we're going to put it onto the car. So let me just bring it a little bit closer. We're going to put this on. Okay, so we need to make sure it locks in to the pins. It goes in. As you can hear, it's just sort of locking itself in as we go around, but after a bit of fettling, that is in place. Oh, maybe not on this side. It's a very tight fit. Okay, so that's in place. Almost there with this. Okay, nice and shiny as well. Right, so now that is in place, we've got some very small detail next. So next we need to put in the 2 washer nozzles. They're going to go into these holes just here. These are extremely tiny. So let's try and get these in. Right, so I might use flat needle nose pliers just to grip these to get them in. Right, try again. Okay, so that's one in there. Okay, and then we've got the other one to put in on the other side, which, would you believe, has just fallen on the floor. Oh man, that was tiny and all. Right, 2 secs guys, I'll be back.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, I'm back, found it. Quite easy to find. Okay, next thing is we've got the windscreen wipers. So we've got a left and a right. So I'm going to install the right hand side first. Okay, so it's got like a half moon shape on it, so it can only go in one way. So that's going to fit in just like that, and then I'll get the left side. So I'm just looking at where the half moon shape is, just so I can fit this in properly. A bit of flashing on that one, but I'm being cautious here because this one is kind of wanting to bend. I don't want it to. I can see the flat edge on it. There we go. Okay, there we go. That was that one in. A few smudge marks there, just from fitting them, but okay, so that is them on. Right, so the last thing to do on this, and I'm not really looking forward to this part, is we've got some transfers to go off on the back. So I'm just going to pause, just reposition the cameras so that you can get the best view of this. So back in a sec.
Eventually.
Okay, so here we have the rear of the car. Now we've been given another 2 templates here, which I've put them on the car. Again, bit of fiddling to get them on. And we are going to be putting on these rear logos. We got these, would you believe it, in issue 1. And we've been holding them on for all this time. So 2 seconds guys, somebody at the door. Okay, sorry about that. It wouldn't be this channel at the moment without distractions. So what we need to do is we need to take these off the backing. So I have held on to these safely since issue 1, because I like to keep my parts safe. And these are a weird, I've never come across transfers like these before. So I've got it off. Now if I just pinch the side and I grab it from that side, I need to position this within that area, and it's not easy to see. Okay, so that is on. Now it wants us to kind of rub it on, so I've got a cotton bud here and just sort of rub the letters on. Then it wants us to get the plastic, and apparently if we pull this away it's going to leave the logo in place. I'm skeptical if this is going to work. Just get my better grip on this, because apparently this should transfer over onto the metal. Okay, then we can take the paper template off, and that should leave a nice Lamborghini sticker behind. I didn't think that was going to work. I'll be perfectly honest with you, I did not think that was going to work. Just going to use that, my cotton bud, just to transfer that down. Okay, so we've got another 2 to do on this side. I honestly didn't think that was going to work. So let's see if it works on the other 2 that we have to do. Because I've never come across doing transfers like this before. So again, I'm just going to rub it with a cotton bud, just making sure that adheres. And then we'll take it off. Actually, I need to put the S on next before I take them off. Okay, so this has got to go at an unusual angle. Okay, let's rub that on. So just using that cutting board just to keep that on. Okay, so let's try and take these off, and hopefully it's worked on both sides. Whoa. Like I said, I've never done anything like this before transfer wise, so this is new to me. Okay, here we go. So that's the Miura. Right, I can see the S hasn't worked, so let's just try and just apply a bit more to it. Right, try again. Right, the S, the Miura part has worked. The S doesn't seem to be. I'm just going to try and take this S off at a different angle. Come on, please work. Right, that's the S off. Let's see if we can get this M off. Miura. Yeah. So what's happening here is the S has gone on top of the Miura bit, and that is why it's coming away. So let's just see if we can somehow there we go. Just missing the tip, but I'm happy with that. Oh, it's a bit more, it's just come off. Okay. Hey, 2 out of 3 isn't bad. I'm happy with that. To say I didn't even think that would work, I am happy with that. Right, and that's it, guys. The Miura's done. Well, hey, at last, she is finished. Wow, I'm really chuffed. Really chuffed. That's taken a few days to record to get all that done. But also, you know, I've got a few showcase videos to do at the end. But that is looking pretty amazing. I am really impressed. Now, I have tested the electrics on this and they do work. But there's one thing that's not right cracky on it. I'm just going to see if I can switch it on and you can hear it. I won't actually know because I actually do need to go underneath it because I need to turn the switch on. There is an engine sound, but it's not that great. if you can hear that. It's very, very faint. If I just move it round this way, it would be near the microphone. But it does work. Okay, so if I open up the doors, now this is the this is one. You might just see just at the top there, without me shutting it, you can see the interior lights on. If we're you can just see the dashboard lights are on there, looking brilliant. Also, if I move the camera up, we can see the front lights are on, and then behind it we have the brake lights that are on. And if I press the brake pedal, you can see there that the brake lights come on. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this. It's really hard to get to the accelerator pedal, but it does rev up. And there we have it, guys. One working Lamborghini Miura. That is stage 100 of pack 12 of this build complete. Well guys, that is it for the Lamborghini Miura. That is another build started, built and complete. I'm really impressed how she's come out. There's a couple of things I think along the build that I've done a little bit, you know, I think they do test any builder. Things breaking which didn't help, issues that we were getting of parts that didn't tally up with what we were doing. That seemed to happen a lot. And yeah, one of the front part that lifts up, one of the lines on the panel just wasn't fitting right. I've done my best to get it in line, but apart from that, pretty impressive looking car, I've got to admit. Very, very impressive looking car. This is my first sort of, I've done like the Ecto one, I'm doing the camper van, and I've done the DeLorean, but this is kind of the first supercar I've done, and I'm impressed. I really am impressed. The electrics are quite basic, which is fine. Apart from the engine sound, you can really not hear it that well, but then at the end of the day, the speakers in these models, they're not always the greatest. But that's just me being very, very fussy. I will wholeheartedly recommend anybody to build that. It's really been nice. And yeah, it's been a fantastic journey over the last 2 years doing this build. Would I do another car? Yeah, I'd do another car. I probably definitely would do another car. Maybe I might choose something a little bit easier the next time. That's all I'm going to say. And also, one that doesn't come with as many stickers as that comes with. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for following me on this journey. I really enjoyed it. I enjoy all the models I make. And yeah, I'm really chuffed. So guys, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as for always, stay safe and bye for now.